Recording.
How are you?
10 vehicle back.
You want me to step outside and explain?
Yes, ma'am. That's cool.
Okay. So we got this from. Okay. So there was
Yes, ma'am. I was actually there the day that you were.
Oh.
Yeah, I was one of the
Yeah,
arrestings.
I like that.
Yeah, I saw this call and I came to do it myself.
Okay. So now he is saying that that same mom
Okay.
has been verbally and physically abusing the oldest child.
Okay.
Because that's not her biological child.
Okay.
So the dad supposedly has been traveling in a mobile home. Is not there anymore.
Okay.
And
The one where they were living a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
218 London Drive?
They're supposedly not there anymore because he is afraid of how she's been abusive towards the daughter.
Okay.
So he's been traveling in a motorhome. So he's going to report alleging all this abuse, physically and verbally, against the older child.
Okay, so he says that mom is going against oldest child. Okay.
So he came in as physical injury.
Okay.
But he also said he refuses to have anyone speak with her unless law enforcement is present.
With the daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
What do you think? You see any markings or anything like that?
to me, it seemed like maybe being coached. But I don't know because I haven't spoken to her.
Okay, yeah. Because
But just reading the priors, I mean, for somebody to try to commit suicide, it's because something serious must be going on.
Right. Did you read that report from that day? Okay, because we literally had to Baker-Act her because of what she said. Like, we didn't want to, but she told us like just spontaneously that she took the pills. But she said it was strictly because he has been abusing her.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
and I think I don't want to get my personal feelings involved in it, obviously, but I mean, we wouldn't have taken her if she wouldn't have said that because she didn't show me any signs other than that, and she still seemed fine to us, but she did it to us on body cam and everything. So we had to take her.
Somebody's in this house. Let me see.
Let me make sure.
No longer muted.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to tell you straight up, man to man, I never hit that woman.
Okay.
She's a psychopath.
Okay.
I've uncovered cheating, lying, stealing, money, all kinds of stuff.
I got you.
Okay. And I've been dealing with this woman for almost 10 years.
Okay.
Okay. What this is all about is the sell of that house. We rent the land for $800 a month.
Got you.
The titles are Florida titles I had put in her name, not mine, even though we're married.
Okay.
Right now, she is trying to sell the house, and that was the plan behind all of this.
Okay.
Because I had a realtor come out, I think it was 4 days right before that incident happened,
I got you.
and he came out at Scott with 4-Star Realty. I plan on subpoenaing him to court.
Okay.
And he told us the house he could list on the market for $80,000, and it would be sold like this.
The housing market is like that right now.
The house across the street just sold for $75 on the right, and the one on the left just sold for $85, and they weren't even as big as mine with the additions.
Okay.
My wife is, and I've uncovered it. You're going to interview her, and she will tell you she's physically seen my wife doing drugs with Michelle across the street.
The
Okay.
room is empty now.
Okay, give us just a second. We'll come back in there and do it.
So she always thought that Nan is
Yeah.
my wife.
Yeah.
She always thought Nan was her mother
Okay.
since we've taken her out of Thailand from my ex-wife.
Okay. Is Nan her mom? Or
No.
Okay. But was she thinking she was under the impression that she was?
Exactly. We did it because we didn't want to tell her the truth until
Okay.
she finished college. We didn't want to.
Her name's Stacy, right?
Yes, Stacy. So I'm mother, father, parent on the birth certificate. I have full power of her.
Okay.
She has an American passport. So, anyways, here's where I'm going with this.
Gotcha.
After my uncle's a retired child psychologist. After
Okay.
that incident happened,
Yes, sir.
DCF left my children at the drug house. That is the local drug house.
Okay.
And I even tried to call the DEA the other day, and I said, no, I'm going to come down here to the courthouse, and I want to get in the DA car and point out every drug house in that neighborhood because that's one of them across the street.
Yes, sir.
Today, my wife showed up in court. I got an order to go get all the kids' stuff. My lawyer filed a motion.
Okay.
And she came with one of the other local drug house, little druggy women that brought her to court.
Okay.
Okay, this is who she's rolling with right now and what she's doing all the time. My daughter's a witness to it. So anyways, fast forward why I'm here and angry.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Last night, my relationship with my daughter has got more tight now.
Okay.
I've let her be in contact with her Thai mother, her real Thai mother, and they've been doing video calls and, stuff has happened. It was her birthday on the 20th a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Last night I had a talk with her. I said, listen, Daddy's going to court. You're still rolling, right?
Yes, sir. Still on. That's why I wanted to make sure I wasn't muted or anything, so everything you're saying
So
is done.
Daddy's going to court tomorrow, and I just want to make you aware of what's going on. It's a motion my lawyer filed for me to go get our stuff, my stuff and the kids' stuff. But because Nan is doing what she's doing with the lying and the stealing of the house, and she knows everything that's going on,
Okay.
I just want you to be aware. If anything happens, she accuses me of something I didn't do, like breaking the no contact order. I'm scared she's going to do that.
Okay.
I haven't contacted her.
Yes, sir.
And they take Daddy to jail. I want you to know when I get out, I'm going to come get you. And, we had like a father-daughter
Yeah,
talk.
I understand.
And she goes, Daddy, I got to tell you something. This is the last thing I'm going to, big secret. I've been wanting to tell you. I wasn't going to tell you till I was older. But Nan has been punching me in the face, smacking me in the face, and punching me in the legs. And I think she might have said arms. I didn't go too deep about it. That's why I'm here.
Yes, sir.
There might even be sexual abuse. I didn't even ask her. Because I know what this might look like because of the other situation.
No, I've even told the DCF woman is I'm coming to this with as open of a mind as I possibly can. Okay.
Because of the situation, though,
Yeah.
it looks like maybe I'm setting up my daughter to lie.
I understand.
It's not the case.
I understand. I got you.
So here's what's happened. She told me that Nan said word for word, "You'll never be my daughter. Mo's my only daughter. Mo's the child she left in Thailand."
Okay.
She goes, Daddy, and I said, how long has this been going on? She goes, as far back and I can remember. She goes, sometimes I couldn't sleep at night and I would cry all night. I didn't understand why my mother didn't love me. And this makes perfect sense because what you don't know, I'm going to tell you. When I took her out of Thailand, we lived in, we left Thailand, Laos, Vietnam.
054-711.
Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam.
Okay.
We stayed in Vietnam for a couple months, and then we went to Peru, Ecuador, and Panama. We stayed in Peru for Ecuador and Panama for 3 years.
Okay.
The first year in Peru, she was very neglectful of my daughter.
Okay.
She wouldn't hug her at night. She wouldn't tell her I love you. She wouldn't give her a kiss for bedtime.
Yes, sir.
And I got in yelling verbal matches with her, arguments, nothing physical, about how she was treating my daughter.
Okay.
Telling her, if you're going to act like her mother, you got to treat her like a mother.
Right.
And she would say, I can't even cuddle with my own daughter in Thailand and hug her and tell her I love her. And you want me to do it to your daughter? There was resentment there.
Okay.
So through the years, I had forced it on her basically, and they do that every night. I love you, good night, see you in the morning. That's been going on for several years. But there's been many verbal arguments between me and my wife, even before they were born, about how she treats Stacy, how she talks to Stacy. But more recently, since Junior and Anna were born, she doesn't treat them equally. And I'll get in a yelling match with her. Stop talking to Stacy like that. You don't talk to them like that. Knock it off.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll turn around and she'll say to Stacy, see what you did? You got me in a problem with your father.
Okay.
So it's all making sense, the pieces of the puzzle. Now, I didn't go too deep. I didn't and ask about anything sexual. I want you guys as professionals.
Yeah. So
Wipe my hands of it.
I got you. So what this is she, the DCF worker, she is more qualified and trained to like talk to kids than I am. So she's gonna go in there. I'll go in there with her, and we'll both document what she says. Okay.
Can you
So it'll be
arrest my
taken-
wife if you come to the conclusion?
If we come to the conclusion that there's probable cause to arrest, then we always will.
I want to
Okay.
see her arrested for what she's done to my daughter.
Okay, but
According
we-
to my
I
daughter,
understand.
this has been going on
Yes, sir.
as far as she
I
can
fully
remember.
understand what you're saying. Okay.
Are
and
you a
we're-
father?
I'm not yet, no sir. Like I said, I was gonna say it while you were going on. I can't even imagine what you're going through because I'm not in the same level as you.
You know, I took my daughter out of Thailand away from an abusive situation with my ex-wife.
Right.
She remarried a German in Germany. That I didn't
Here,
feel
Leonard.
was safe around my daughter. Now
Now
I feel guilty that I did the wrong thing, and I put her with a woman that's abusive.
Okay.
You know.
Yes, sir. I understand. Well, one thing I know it's no consolation, but we can't dwell on the past and think we did or didn't do the right thing. You
And my
can't beat yourself up over that.
My biggest fear right now is my wife's going to show up here and try to get the kids.
Okay. Does she know you're here?
No, and I've asked a big DCF not to tell her
Okay.
because there's a no contact order, and
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
she's after getting the kids from me.
Okay.
So, and right now, legally,
Yes, sir.
there's no divorce, there's no open case.
Okay.
It's my right to say no, you can't come near my kids.
Okay.
You know. So.
Yeah, I understand. So remind me, is Junior and the youngest, I forgot her name, I'm sorry. Anna. So are they with you and Nan?
Correct.
Okay.
Biological, me and her.
Okay. But you're on like documents and everything? You're on birth certificates and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
We
I'm
don't
just
have
making
birth
sure we got
certificates. I don't even have anything with me, but yes.
Okay, okay. I just want to make sure there's no surprises are going to come out or nothing like that. All right.
So Stacy's 100% mine, and the two little ones are me and her.
Yes, sir. I understand. So, like I said, everything that you've told me right now, that's why I make sure my body cam is recording. Everything you said has been documented, and then we'll talk to Stacy here in a second.
And I made a phone call at 3 in the morning last night when I uncovered all this because I didn't know what to do, where to go with.
Right.
And I had court in the morning,
Yes, sir.
and I made sure they recorded the call. So this
Okay.
body cam and that call and what you're going to interview. I'm
Yeah.
sure
So
it's
this
gonna match
this
up.
all becomes your evidence in this court
Yes.
situation,
Yes.
and it
I'm not
sucks that
lying,
you're
man.
put in
I'm
it.
just-
I don't think you are. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's lying to me,
Yeah.
but
019.
you know, it's
This
the
woman's
shit
on
hand we're rolling
drugs.
with.
And to take it a step further, I probably should say this on your camera, but hey, I lived in Thailand for 6 years. I know how it is. The expats that live here, they call it lie land, not Thailand. Because of the Buddhist culture, they lie. That's what they do. Buddha tells them to lie. And I've been dealing with it for 10 years with my
Yes,
wife.
sir. Okay.
So,
All right. I understand what you're saying. Oh, she locked us out. And she's got to come get it. Thank you. All right.
You have to sign.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to use the bathroom, and I'd like Stacy to check. I'll check her. I need to check my daughter's diapers.
Where is it that you need him to sign?
You doing all right, bud? What you got there? Is that your iPad? Your little tablet? Yeah, it's a tablet. Your little buddy around it?
It doesn't work.
No? Why not?
Because you didn't charge it.
Oh, you didn't charge it? That's no good.
What is today? The 23rd, yeah?
Charge it. I mean, play with it.
Yeah, if you get a charger, go play with it.
Let me tell you one
You
more.
look the same. You look like the same police.
Yeah, I am. I've seen you before.
Positive here.
That's why I'm here, because I knew it was you guys. I wanted to see you again.
Well, we
an
can
hour.
interview her first, right?
Yeah, but I want to
But
tell you
we
one of the
can have
questions.
the kids sit in the little.
I think we're going this way, all right, bud? Let's go. Let's go, Junior.
Come on.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so they can sit here.
How you doing? Good.
And you come over here. What's Stacy?
Yeah.
Stacy, come.
Am I going to be in the interview or no? Okay, so can I talk to you in the office for 1 minute before you interview her?
Sure, Stacy, you just sit here and we'll be right back with you, okay?
You know what? She knows that that's the drug house across the street and that they smoke pot all day, all night. Everybody can smell it, the whole neighborhood. I had 2 female parents that lived next to me calling Jessica telling DCF what he's doing with the kids in the house, the drug house. That's how I got him. Anyways, that when my father was dying of COVID, I went over to Miami for 9 days and stayed in his house and was giving him ivermectin and IVs and stuff. He has a heart transplant. He's 70 years old. And there was cameras inside my house and outside my house. And I saw on the cameras that inside the house, the kids were in the house and the wife wasn't. And I was calling her, where are you? Why am I seeing the kids in the house? And some of the cameras kept turning off and she was blaming it on the cat. My daughter came out and told me that she physically saw her out the window smoking a cigarette with Michelle. Now she didn't know what
Also,
marijuana
Ezra
was.
19, 10 4.
And I explained to her that marijuana was smoked like a cigarette.
Good deal, Sheriff.
And she says that her and Michelle were laughing their head off passing the cigarette back and forth. Marijuana. So you might want to ask her about that. At least we can get that documented.
Well, okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my computer.
That's all good. Yeah, I guess wait with everybody else and we'll be in here.
I've been through hell and back. You have no idea.
No, I can't begin to.
I got an RV now. It's a mobile home, big travel trailer. I put bunk beds in a bedroom in the back. A queen in
Are
the
they
front.
primarily staying with you or is it shared?
She hasn't seen him since the incident. I got him.
Okay.
She was Baker acted, put him in the
I
house.
know.
DCF put him in the drug house across the street with his family. And I went apeshit. I got a lawyer. I came over here, did a 2-hour interview, and I had neighbors calling that were mothers calling DCF. They're going, why are these 3 kids in the drug house?
Right.
And, and my uncle came up on a safety plan, took the kids down to Miami, and we stayed on the safety plan for 2 weeks, and then they terminated the safety plan. They knew I was safe with my kids. I mean, I can take care of my kids. Come on, I'm the father.
Alright, give us a few minutes, okay? You want me to close the door?
Yeah, please.
Here's the 20 Osceola. Here's the 20. Here's the 20 for every 2016.
This is Officer Jones.
Mm-hmm. You remember me, Stacy? You doing all right, girl?
So, the reason, did your dad tell you why you guys were coming here?
Ezra 19.
No?
Still
So,
better.
my name is Gisela Amador, and I'm actually a family finder, but, did you ever meet Jessica Scott? Okay. So I do work with her, and, she's on vacation, so I am, gonna ask you some questions, okay, in her behalf, okay? And, so, we had your dad bring you here because we received a report, it was a report of
Hospital 121 on what?
we just have to ask you some questions around what was alleged. Okay. How old are you? 11. And what grade are you in?
I just finished school.
You just, okay. Also, you're in middle school. Okay.
Hospital 126.
What school do you go to?
September. Can you tell 121 to go back over to
What is
Teletype?
it? FL?
Florida Virtual School.
Oh, okay. So you guys you were doing school online at home? Okay. When did you start? Did you always do school online?
I started when COVID hit.
So far.
Now, do you know the difference between the truth and a lie?
6 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was to tell you that.
Oh, it's like 124. Can you tell 65 the
Or
disconnect?
lie?
It's a lie.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you questions, and I just want you to be honest.
6 hours.
Okay.
No longer muted.
Your dad and who else? So your dad, your siblings, and who else?
Hospital CSN 27 to 65 signal 46.
Okay. So it was there a Nantita? And who is she?
Number 56 at 721 South Old Lake Wilson Road. The player is going to be with T-Mobile. He's going to 1023 at that address is a cell tower. Over to unknown suspect time October 9th. Number 8.
They called the cops.
And do you know who called the cops?
The neighbor.
And do you know what made the neighbor do that? Was there something going on in the house that the neighbor did that?
Well, it's like, there was not really anything going on in the house. This was planned.
Okay, what was planned?
My mom wanted to take the house.
How do you know that?
It's my dad told me that. And I know that, and I've seen it.
What did you see?
The realtor, he said that he was gonna sell the house for $100,000, and he'd sell it in a few days, right before the end of the.
But who owns that house?
My dad put it in her name.
So the house is in her name?
Yeah. But isn't it supposed to be my dad's also?
I mean, honestly, that's something that you as an 11-year-old should not even be knowing about. You should be knowing about cartoons. Dora the Exploradora, like I told you, right? That's things that you should be knowing about. Not about who owns this or who owns that. So, who tells you these things?
I see it.
How do you see that?
I witnessed it.
What did you witness?
I'm always right there.
The who?
I'm always right there when my parents are there.
Okay. So, is it a conversation that they're having?
Sometimes.
Or does your dad tell you about what's going on?
Sometimes. For me to get a better understanding.
Now, so where is your real mom?
Germany?
In Germany? Okay. Do you ever speak with her?
Yeah, I just started speaking.
How do you know that that's your mom?
My dad told me.
Okay. And since when have you known Nantita?
Since I was 2.
And how is she with you?
She married my dad.
Is she the mom of the younger siblings?
Yeah.
And how is she as a mom? How is she as a mom?
What do you mean?
Like, how is she as a mom?
Oh, she's okay.
What are some of the things that she does for you guys?
Cook, clean, and that's about it.
Does she ever tell you to do something and you don't listen?
Sometimes.
Well, I'm a big girl and I still don't listen when somebody tells me to do something, so it's okay. But when you don't listen, what usually happens to you?
She yells at me sometimes. And she tells me to do it.
Okay. Now, does she tell the younger children to do things? I mean, it's different because you're a little older. As you get older, you have more Okay. And if they don't listen, what happens to them?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Now, do you know what, being mean to somebody is? Can you give me an example?
Someone yelling at someone.
But remember, someone yelling at somebody, why? Right? Is like,
Because they dropped an apple or something.
Okay. Did someone ever yell at you for no reason?
No.
Did you ever feel afraid of anyone in your house?
The cats.
Cats are mean.
Do you like cats?
Yeah.
I'm a dog person. A very, like, this small dog person, not this big dog person. So, alright, now, you know what physical discipline is? Okay. Has that ever been used on you? No. Has anyone in your home ever hit you?
My little brother.
Well, you seem like a handful.
And my stepmother.
Yeah? You want to tell me about that? Why not? No? I remember, right? You know the difference between the truth and a lie. And I'm hoping that you're telling me the truth. Okay. So, I mean, you know, when your little brother hits you, how does he hit you?
Usually a snack or something like away or just one french fry.
And what about your stepmom?
Usually sometimes when I don't want to.
Okay. Where does she hit you?
Sometimes the face.
How? Do you remember when was the last time she hit you? 2 weeks ago. And do you remember what happened? Made her do that?
Because I do emotion, but I forgot what I was supposed to do.
Okay. Do you have any questions? Okay.
When's the last time you saw Nan? When did you see her last?
Probably about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. What were y'all doing when you saw her?
She just cried.
Did you guys was it just you and her, or did Andrew and Anna come too? So is everybody? Okay. So that was the last time you saw Nan? Okay.
So the incident where she hit you, did it happen before you saw the fire truck?
Yeah, it was right before all this happened.
Okay. Now, how have you been feeling lately because of all this?
Kind of confused and sad.
Why?
I don't know why she did this.
What did she do?
Take it off.
She called the cop, but she hit herself.
How do you know?
Because there's no way, like, my dad would never hit anyone.
Okay. How does Nan and your mom and your dad get along?
Pretty well, sometimes they fight, but it's really like argument.
You know why? Sometimes what?
Sometimes it's because she doesn't treat me equally, like my sibling. Other times it's stuff that she doesn't do her job and this and that.
What is it?
I don't know.
pictures of you? Okay. You can stand right here. Just to make sure that you don't have any mental illness. Where would they have been?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. And so what does your dad do for a living? Let me see your legs.
Makes website.
Okay. Is he on a computer a lot?
Yeah.
Does he talk to a lot of people online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a lot of friends.
Is it a lot of girls or guys?
Yes, a lot of guys.
Okay. What about girls?
I don't think so. It's a lot of guys and then there's one that he's been friends with for over like 10 years.
Let me just write my pens down. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna print a copy of this.
Thank you.
I mean, that's pretty much, because what we got here, what we received is that, it says there that you cry often at night. Okay. What causes you to cry at night?
Because she doesn't treat me like before.
Osceola 122, 10-4.
And did you ever tell your
10
dad?
4, ma'am. Thank you.
No.
You never told
Okay,
your dad? Does your dad ever leave the house or is he always home?
He usually always home. But usually when he leaves the house, he takes all of us.
So
Also
where
the
is
CSO
your dad
20
when, when she's being mean to you?
1521.
Outside on the phone.
What about when she's smacking you in your face? Where's your dad?
Outside on the phone. Then he always goes on the phone at night to talk to his lawyer.
And, when she did that, why didn't you tell him right away?
Because she told me not to. And I was scared of her.
Yeah. You scared of anyone else in the house? So before you say you were scared of the cats, but you didn't say you were scared of her.
124. 1521 hours.
Do you have any questions?
Stacy, did you ever see Nan like drink? You know what beer is for adults? Did Nan ever drink beer? Like a lot, or just a little bit?
Probably about 4 bottles.
4 bottles, like an hour, or like a whole day, or a week?
It's usually at nighttime.
At nighttime.
Whenever they throw parties or
Oh, okay.
whenever
They normally throw parties. They normally throw parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who throws parties?
My mom, she cooks a bunch of food and she invites all the neighbors over. But we usually just talk.
Yeah. That's what adults do. We don't play anymore. We just talk.
What about smoking? You know what smoking is?
Yeah. She usually does it when my dad's not around. But she's not allowed to. My dad said it's bad for her.
Can you describe what the smoke, like, what is it that she's smoking?
It's marijuana.
How do you know?
I told my dad that. He told me it's not as good.
Who told you that it was illegal?
My dad.
What color is it when you see her smoking?
I didn't know what color it was.
When do you ever see her act different after she smokes or when she drinks?
Yeah, she laughs more, which she rarely laughs. And she acts, like she acts like she wants to run around everywhere. Like she has energy.
Mm-hmm.
So usually she just walks around and stuff.
Alright. That's all I have. Your dad may have to stick around. We still have to contact CBT to see if they want to see you, okay? That's it. I'm done. Alright? Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you, Stacy.
Yep. Thank you, Stacy.
We'll be out there in just a second, okay?
Say that we'll be right out there.
No longer muted.
You got a cool Bugs Bunny shirt on, man.
You're heavy. So, Junior, what is that your name? Oh, you are Junior, okay. And what did they call you in your house? Still Junior? Oh, okay. Do you go to school?
I don't go to real school, I go to church.
Ah, okay.
High school.
Oh, okay.
I go to school.
And do you have friends there?
Yeah.
Do you know their names? No? Can I tell you my name?
I don't know.
No longer muted.
This is Deputy Jones. Okay. So, can I ask you some questions?
No.
Yeah. Now, Junior, how old are you?
4.
4? Okay. And do you have any sisters or brothers?
I have fish and lemon.
Yeah, that's true. Do any of them are mean to you?
No.
No? Okay. Now, do you know the difference between the truth and a lie? No? So if I was to tell you, Junior, your name is Ann, is that the truth or a lie? What is it?
Junior.
Okay. Alright. So what am I saying? Am I saying the truth or a lie if I say that your name is Anna?
No.
Okay. So, who lives in your house? Not where you guys are right now. Remember before you were living in the house, right? Who lived there with you?
Oh, my mom and dad.
Okay. Alright. And where's your mom now?
No.
You don't know? Are you okay? Do you want me to stop asking you questions? Yeah? Okay. Can I just take a picture of you? Yeah? Okay. Can you stand right here? I don't want to make you upset. You want me to give you a hug? Come here. Let me give you a hug. I don't want to make you upset, okay? Just wanted to ask you some questions, but that's okay. Let me see. Do you have any boo-boos? Yeah, I saw that. How did you get that?
What else?
What were you doing that you fell down?
Good or banana.
Oh, you got a bruise right there. You look like you're gonna have Manny Pacquiao legs. You know who Manny Pacquiao is? No. And cheese. Okay. Thank you. That's it. You can go back.
See you, Junior. We'll be out in a minute, okay? We'll be back.
No longer muted.
I don't know what you asked him or what you did, but you need
No longer muted.
to tell the cops. He flat out said, I asked him, do you know what happened? Do you know why the police got daddy? All that stuff. I was being very soft with him. And he goes, you hit mommy. I said, where did you hear that? Him and Anna both said that Michelle told them that. And I believe Stacy said, yeah, we can pull Stacy back in to confirm. But I think,
okay.
because I don't want to be falsely accused of
No,
my
you-
son saying something that's not true.
Right.
I got you.
Because you may ask him, did daddy hit mommy? And he may say yes, but you need to ask the next question of, who told you that? Why do you think that? Because that's what I got out of it. And he goes, Michelle said that.
Well, maybe you should become a CPI. Right?
I'm not
You
telling
know
you
all
to
the
do your
questions
job.
to ask.
I'm sorry, I'm not telling you to do your job.
It's okay.
I'm a worried parent, you know?
We all are.
You have kids?
I do.
Yeah, so you know what, you know how my heart's beating right now.
So, you know, I'm just curious, like, with Stacy, this physical, like, you know, with the stepmom hitting her, like, when did she tell you?
Literally 12 o'clock, 12:30 last night.
Okay.
because I sat him down, I was telling the officer, I didn't tell you. So, I just told her that Ann is not her real mother. Because of this whole situation, and my child psychologist uncle that has a PhD in child psychology was under the safety plan. So I thought it was the right time to do it. We were not uncertainty what you guys were gonna do, and we still do. So I slowly started to build a relationship with her, and she's been telling me more and more and more. It was probably about a week ago she told me about when I was taking care of my father when he was sick with COVID, about her smoking across the street. So last night I called her in, the other two were sleeping, it was like 12:30. And I was really stressing about this court date today and everything that was going on. And I had to put them in a daycare in Melbourne. I've never put my kids in a daycare. And apparently Anna cried the whole time I was gone today. I paid $150, left them in daycare in Melbourne, came down here. The thing is, I was telling Stacy, listen, nothing's gonna happen, it's a motion to for me to go get you guys stuff and my stuff out of the house. But I want you to be aware, because your mother's already left the police and had me arrested once. If something like that happens, first of all, I want to make sure you have your uncle, your mother, my mother,
Right.
her brother, because Nan has no family here. She's from Thailand. I'm the only one that has the support backing for these kids.
Right.
And I said, I want to make sure you have all their numbers, and I want to make sure you understand that Daddy loves you, and Daddy will get you out. If it takes 1 day, 1 year, 5 years, I'll get out of jail, I'll come find you, and I'll get you, okay? And she says, Daddy, there's one other thing that I want to tell you that's been a big secret. I've been wanting to tell you for a long time, but I didn't think I was going to get to tell you till I was older. And I was like, what? And that's when she spewed it to me. She says, stepmom's been hitting me. And I said, what do you mean hitting me? She says, at night, I'm not around. She'll come in, she'll smack her, punch her in the face. I'm not sure if she said arms and legs or just legs, but I know she said legs. And she would cry herself to sleep, or sometimes cry all night and not sleep, because she didn't understand why her mom, because she thought it was her mom, was doing this. But I understand completely. I would love for you to get an interview in my testimony that I've already told him of the reasons behind this, going back from when I first took her out of Thailand, and my wife wouldn't hug her, say goodnight to her, and give her a kiss and say, I love you. Back in when we lived in Peru 7 years ago. Okay, so this has been an ongoing thing, not the physical abuse, I didn't know about that, but it's been an ongoing problem with my wife giving love to my daughter, because she blamed Stacy for leaving her child, for having to leave her child in Thailand, because I had to take Stacy out of Thailand. So she has resentment towards Stacy. And there's a lot of other things, but I don't know.
Stacy doesn't have contact with her mom at all?
Now I left. So about 6 months ago, I told her it was just some family and friends from Thailand that knew her.
Okay.
And I let her have a video call with the mother and the grandmother. But she had no idea. So when we broke the news to her, I was literally crying, and I was trying not to for the child. And she said to me, she said, that beautiful young lady that my mom, was on the video today. Really trying to do the best thing I can to study. You don't know what I went through for the last month.
I mean, just be strong for them, but at the same time, think about, and I'll be honest with you, we are in a tough situation because it seems like it's a custody issue going on behind all this as well.
What do you mean?
Because are you guys in the middle of a divorce?
We haven't filed for divorce yet.
No? It's out of your hands now.
I've already talked to Joe Greshner, you know who he is?
No.
He's the best family lawyer here. His office is in the back of the courthouse. And I'm planning on getting a divorce in full custody, if I can, but I know Florida's a 50-50 state, and I know what I'm up against. taking it day by day right now. I mean, I went from living with my uncle in an Airbnb for a week, order you guys, then we moved to a Days Inn for another week. You sent another investigator out. And then you terminated the safety plan and let me go free. And I went to another extended stay type of hotel for a week in Melbourne, looking for an RV, mobile home. And I drove up to Jacksonville, I drove everywhere. I looked at a bunch of things. For 10 grand, you get a piece of junk. Inflation right now. So I ended up getting one, and I literally went to Home Depot and got plywood and 2x4s. I'm a jack of all trades, and I built bunk packages in the back. And you guys are welcome to come and inspect it. You know, it's perfectly safe.
So where are you staying at, right? Like, what's your physical address?
I have the
Okay.
I have the receipt and everything, just to cover my butt. I bought it for you.
Let me get the report, please.
Thank you. I'll need that too, the address. Is this where you guys are staying for right now?
So tomorrow morning,
Okay.
and then we're gonna head back to Miami. Or So that's the receipt that shows the last, what?
Thank you, ma'am.
Shows
$25 a night, and I paid $95. How many nights is that?
Looks like 4
So
days.
that's 4 nights, and I think we stayed 2 nights before
Are you
that.
staying in Melbourne right now?
Yes,
Okay, so over in Brevard.
but this is a big mobile home that you pull behind, one of those big RV things with the
okay.
slides that
Yeah.
pop out, you know?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're doing.
And I have a huge Lincoln Navigator L, the long, it came from a limo company. So that thing will pull anything.
Yeah.
So I hook that thing up and I pull it all anywhere I want. And our plan is, but I have another order here that's a court order from the judge this morning to go with the police and get all the children's stuff and my stuff out of the
Okay.
house. So our plan is to come get all the stuff with the police and head back to Miami next to my child psychologist uncle. Now you mentioned something about some treatment. What is CPT?
So CPT is a child protection team, so we do have the contact, they do a forensic interview.
They can do it in Miami, right?
No,
By the wood
it
line,
has to
it's
be
just
here.
north of it.
So, but we will contact them, tell them what we got, and
I
then
can
see
drive,
if
I
they,
can drive up there, or drive up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, you'll have to, if they want to see her, if not, we'll
Okay.
let you know.
okay, so there's nothing stopping me from my plans, is what you're telling me?
I mean, not as of now.
If you don't have any court order in place where
No,
they have
no,
to
because
stay
I-
here, because I don't want you to be put in the
No, 'cause I didn't
situation.
use a bondsman, I paid
I got you.
cash.
I just wanna make sure you know that I don't want you to be in a situation where
already
you
asked
have a
the lawyer.
court. Yeah, you don't have a court order that they have to stay
No.
here and you take them and then we have to do something
No.
we don't want to.
No.
Okay.
And,
So, and you took them, but, you know, right now, what does that court order say? Do you have full guardianship of them?
no,
Do
this
you
is
have-
just to go get all their stuff out of the house.
Is that what they gave you today at the courthouse?
This is the criminal case that they've never filed charges on, and they're probably not.
So is this where you're at?
Yes,
Um,
and you can call and verify, so.
Yeah.
It's legit.
I mean, you're not there right now, because
The
you
trailer's
said
there.
you're traveling, okay,
The trailer's there, it's parked in the lot.
okay.
When did you get this one today?
This morning, yeah.
Yeah, I see the 23rd now.
But to pick up but do you have full custody of the children?
I don't need full custody, I'm married and there's no family court case. So it's
Okay.
it's
But
my
then
fight against her fight. She,
So, right,
you
so
know
you
what I
guys
mean?
right now have 50-50.
Correct, by law. And if I say I don't want her near my children, it's my legal right. I've already talked to Joe Greshner, the family lawyer, about it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know about that.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna be hiring him and he's gonna be getting an emergency order. He said he can do this. What he does is he goes to the family court. He shows her Baker Act and he shows all the stuff that happened. He can get an emergency temporary order for 100% full custody till the trial.
But you know that, okay,
the-
he could get say that the Baker Act, but at the same time, what caused that Baker Act? Because, you know, there's a police report that states everything too, so,
There's allegations.
yeah, just like.
But there's
he's-
also a drug test that I know she failed at the hospital that we're gonna subpoena as well.
Okay,
So, yeah, there's two sides to every story, you know? And now you got this going on with the abuse with my daughter. Let me ask you just straight up, Frank, do you
Yeah.
guys believe her? I mean,
I haven't spoken to him, so I,
I don't know, I'm my daughter.
child, I mean, that I can discuss with you.
Okay.
You know your child better than.
I know she's
you
not
know,
lying.
This is my first time meeting her.
I know she's not lying.
So,
Let me ask you, can you file charges on my wife based on what you've seen?
It depends.
Depending on what?
So we have to take everything that she said, and we have to believe that there's probable cause to. So corporal punishment in the state of Florida is legal, right? Corporal punishment is physical punishment. If a child, say I don't take the trash out, my mom's allowed to, smack me. Okay. Especially because there's no bruising. The only time it becomes a criminal level for something like that is when it's like grossly negligent. You know what I'm saying? Leaves a bruise, breaks a bone, does something that breaks
She
skin.
said she had marks on her, but it didn't
I understand. And so right now I can't walk down and arrest Nan. I just can't. I don't have the probable cause for that.
Okay.
But like I told you a second ago when we were outside, my body cam has been on this whole time. So everything that she said, everything that you said, all gets collected, and it helps in your criminal case against her, or your civil case, your family case against her. Exactly. So I don't have the probable cause right now to go and arrest her, but like I said, everything you said has been documented, and it becomes your evidence in the court case, because I'm not a lawyer. I don't really know much about the judicial system. I'm just out on the street doing cop things.
I
You know
would
what I'm
assume I
saying?
can contact the state attorney and the state prosecutor to further investigate.
Yes,
this.
100%.
That's what I think I'm gonna do.
100%. So I can't give you the answer that you want right now.
Gotcha.
It's probably gonna be one of those takes time situations, unfortunately, and it's not good for anybody involved. But that's
Gotcha.
where we're at.
and it's the same. I mean, corporal punishment, yes, but when it becomes excessive is when obviously it's not supposed to. But at the same time, we need to have physical evidence, to say this is definitely physical.
I still remember what she told me, and I don't know what she told you,
Right.
but she told me that she couldn't figure out because she had done nothing wrong and there was no reason for her to be hitting her.
But you telling us is like hearsay.
Well, I would hope
You know.
she told me the same thing. I don't know. You just
Right.
reviewed her.
I'm just letting you know that
Yeah.
because you can tell me a million times,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's hearsay. So
Yeah,
I still got to go by what what she said. But at the same time, if there's no marks or bruises, it's kind of hard for us to.
I understand.
But I mean, the investigation is still open. We're still gonna contact CPT. With that also, there's a detective that gets. I'm not sure if it's going to be assigned, but that's usually the process. If they do want to see her, if not, then
They'll
I'll
look at
definitely,
this and determine whether they do this.
So
Right,
like I told you, you're not gonna have the answer that you're looking for right now
That's
in
fine.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do.
I understand, right
the
by
legal
your.
thing.
So this is what I tell a lot of people, like especially if I have to arrest them for something, is today sucks. The process of this sucks. There's no other word that I can use to describe. You get what I'm saying though, right?
You told me what I've been through for the last month.
Sucks is the only word that I can think of that just epitomizes what we have, because there's no other word in the dictionary that really goes for it. So it sucks for now, but we have to get through the sucks to get to the goal that we're looking for. So we're not going to be able to tell you what you want to hear today.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that has to take time. It has to go through investigations. It has to do
I gotta
extra
get there.
steps.
I gotta go return to Joe Gresham is what I need to do. Start the
Yeah,
procedure.
go for it, because
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'll give you a case number before you leave,
Okay.
and that's going to be your ability to like call the
Yeah.
sheriff's office and get all the body cam footage,
Cool.
whatever gets documented from
Cool.
today.
Do
Okay,
you have it on you now?
I can get it.
Now, what about my child's testimony? That's not, can't be public record, right?
No, it won't be. When it comes to a child, that won't be public record.
Okay.
Everything that you've told me, you and me, yes. With her, because she's a child, we're not going to do
Yeah.
that.
Alright.
So when are you gonna follow up with me about this?
CPT. Child protection team.
Let me-
CPT.
Do you mind if I exchange text messages with you and contact?
Well, I'm not the primary investigator on this. You can
So
still
maybe
contact
Jessica?
Danette. Yep, Danette and Jessica. They're the ones to contact because they're the ones that I'm gonna put in my notes, and they'll contact you and let you know that.
I don't need to bother you.
I don't want to be bothered. No, but I'm definitely gonna put in my notes today, and they're gonna go by what it's in there. I did take pictures, so okay.
Did you see anything on any of my children that it looks wrong? I don't think so. I noticed he had a couple
Yeah.
stuff on his knee, but
Well,
there's
yeah,
no kid
but
stuff.
I mean.
Yeah, that's what he
especially
told us.
boys.
Is it was kid stuff.
Especially boys.
Like I got scars all over my knees.
And you can't tell me anything about what my kids told you, whether up, thumbs up, thumbs down.
No. No, but you're free to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, let me get you that case number real quick.
Yeah,
Let me
the
see
only
if I
thing I
can
was
pull it.
really worried about, like I said, is my little boy, because when I picked him up, and my little girl, I asked them what happened, they went, "You hit mommy." I said, "Who told you that?"
Yeah.
I think I hit mommy. Michelle told us that.
Does she work? Does your
Michelle?
wife work?
My wife, no.
No.
She's a lazy, irresponsible bum. And she cannot take care of these kids alone. I'm on top of her every.
Are you home all the time? Do you work from home?
I work on the computer from home. I'm on top of her everything. That's why she hates my guts. Because I have to be on top of her. She's tough. She has no education from Thailand. I met her in a whorehouse in Thailand. Straight up. I don't know if you know the whole history. She had just turned 18 and she had abandoned her 3-year-old daughter up in the village.
Let me run to my car real quick. I'll get you the paperwork. I don't have the pool card with me, so I'll be right
You want
back.
to
All right.
text it to me? So you don't have to come back up?
That's fine. Let me actually. I'll.
History is repeating itself. Abandoning the kids to go via
Oh, here.
WHORE.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna go get the cool card. You ready? Whenever you're good.
Yep.
Okay. 22I 054
054.
715.
Got it.
Give me a second. It's not gonna be on the pretty paper because I ran out of those little cards, but it's gonna be on this. Let me get you the phone number that you can call as well.
Kids are actually behaving out there.
That sounds like it.
They're normally monsters.
That's how kids are, right?
Well, at that age.
Oh, terrible 2s, terrible 4s. And I can tell you right now, I can deal with it, and it's not easy. She cannot deal with it. Especially now that she's strung out on drugs and I'm not gonna get into it, but she's basically whoring herself out. I even got a text message about an escort site she signed up to.
Your best course of action with all these things that you're telling us is that's your evidence in the civil family court.
Yeah, I know.
That's what that's gonna be. I know you want to vent and you want to be heard about it.
I know.
Your best place for all that is gonna be the civil court.
family court, I know. But unfortunately, I've been warned by Joe Gressner, she could be a crack whore on the street, and she's still gonna get 50%. They're just gonna give her.
That's it right there. It's 22I054715. That number below it is the non-emergency line. Oh, you're good. Sorry, my handwriting sucks. That's why I'm a cop.
My uncle is the lead homicide detective for the city of Miami
There you
on a
go.
TV show.
Yeah.
Another 40 years.
All right. Yeah. That phone number is to the non-emergency line for our dispatch. They'll be able to connect you to the records department, like when you have to go to like court. And, yep. When you want to get these records and everything, you can give them a call and they'll be able to hook you up. Right. Other than that, are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good
for
luck to
letting
you,
us
sir.
over here.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for doing
Yep.
your jobs and looking out for my kids.
Yes, sir. That's what we're most important in.
Yeah.
Most focused with.
Hey, I got a question for you. I do want, because I have no contact order, I can't go to my house.
Yes, sir.
Right? Can the DA put me in a blacked out car and drive me around the neighborhood and let me point out every drug
That's
house
something
there?
with you and the DA.
Oh, I really want to.
Yeah, that's something with you and them. Look, if I had an into the DA, trust me, I'd be riding with them all the time because I
Do
see
they have an
them.
office here that I can go and talk to them?
I'm not aware of that. Yeah, the best option is going to just look it up on Google or something. Be like, hey, is there a DA in Central Florida? The DEA. Yep. Look that up and be like, because I think.
Like Michelle gets in her golf cart every morning and goes over to this crackhead over here and they're
Yeah.
always smoking ganja every morning.
That's going to be something you want to go with
And they
them.
go and buy from this other drug dealer. This other house
Careful, the
right
door.
here.
Be aware. All right. Good luck to you,
All
man.
right, thank
All
you.
right, thank you.